Evam, Vamana avataram is Evam. Then Trivikrama Swarupam, Balidarpa Uchchedaha. It is another Bhagavan's avataram only, Trivikrama Swarupam, beautiful avataram. Ongi Ulagalanda Uttaman Perpadi. Trivikrama Swarupam, he is beautiful. He, with his feet itself, he measures the world, and the world becomes like, what you tell in Kannada for kadugu? Sasve. Mustard, yes.
Kannada sasve, yes.
Yes. It becomes kadugu size for him. If kadugu touches the whole feet, it touches the whole thing, no? So everywhere Bhagavan's feet has touched. So we are all blessed to be born in this whole world. Okay. So now Trivikrama Swarupam, 2-3 points that I would like to tell, which will not be in your book, will be when Bhagavan takes the Trivikrama Swarupam, the Taraganam will first become like a kiritam for him. Then when he grows more big, it becomes like an attigai for him. Then when he grows more big, it will become like a, what they'll wear, waistband, kamarband in Hindi. In what?
Dabu.
That one. It will become like a dabu. According to Samudrika Lakshana Shastram, the neck and the waist should be of the same measurement. So whatever your neck measures, your waist should measure the same. So Bhagavan, when he grew, his the Taraganam became his Udyanam. Then when he grew more, it covered his legs. Then he grew more. So that is how the Taraganam itself is described. So think how much description is there regarding just one Trivikrama Swarupam. Just one that too, this Trivikrama Swarupam beauty is that small boy Vamana, Vaturupa Vamana. He comes running. In that itself, the description of Vamana coming running is, when he comes running, that small 5-year-old boy, Bhumi shakes, it seems. Have you seen this? Even if we walk, Bhumi doesn't shake. But small, that Vaturupa Vamana, when he was walking and coming to that, what yagam Bali was doing? Bali was doing what yagam? These are all important things. What yagam Bali was doing? He comes to stop what? Vishwajit. He comes to stop Vishwajit. He thinks he can win over the world. One more beauty of this Vamana Trivikrama Swarupam is we should not think that everything is ours. Bali wanted everything. We should tell to everything that I am yours. We should tell to the nature, I am yours except me. But we should not do the ulta to the Prakriti, you are mine. That garvam should not be there. That surrenderance should be there. That is the difference. In bhakti, you should not have garvam, you should not have darpam. You are mine, you are mine, you are mine. Prakriti is mine, this is mine, that is mine. You should not have. You should use the words like this. I am yours, accept me. It should accept us. It should accept us. That is bhakti. And that is, bhakti is everything. Acceptance is bhakti. Okay, we should have that, accept me, I am yours, not you are mine. You should not conquer. You should, with love and care, you should accept it. Okay, so now we will see Vamana avataram. Who all remember the first class? I will listen to story now. You are all going to tell me story. I am bored of telling stories. Now you tell me story, I will listen. How did Vamana avataram happen? I told in the first class itself. It is not anywhere in your books. I'm sorry. Not in your books anywhere. First introduction class. Tell. I'm waiting. There is a link between Vamana avataram, Krishna avataram, and before that one avataram Bhagavan took. Guruvayurappan Leela, those who attended my class of, which one is that? Kalyana Rupaya Kalau Jananam. I would have told that story. Kalyana Dhatre Karuna Sodhapte. I would have told you the story. There also Guruvayurappan. You can go to my YouTube, check quickly and come. I have put Guruvayurappa Puranam. Go check quickly and come.
Okay.
Put it in fast speed. Check quickly and come. How it happened?
ಪ್ರಳಯ ಆದಾಗ ಆಲದ ಎಲೆಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಮಲಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಲದ ಎಲೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಮಲಗಿದ್ದ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತು?
ಆವಾಗ ಗುರು ಆಮೇಲೆ ವಾಯು ಇಬ್ರು ಗ್ರಹಗಳು ಇದನ್ನ ಕಾಪಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡು ಆಲದ ಎಲೆಯನ್ನ ಕೇರಳ ಹತ್ರ ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್.
ಅಷ್ಟು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ
ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ. ಇಷ್ಟು ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇರೋದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ವಿಷಯ. ಓಕೆ. ದಟ್ ವಿಗ್ರಹಂ, ಆ ವಿಗ್ರಹ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಂತು? ಅದೇನೇ ಇರೋದ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. ಆ ವಿಗ್ರಹ ಯಾರ ಹತ್ರ ಬಂತು, ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಂತು? ನೋ, ಎಸ್, ಕೃಷ್ಣನೇ ಕೊಡೋದು. ಟು ಹೂಮ್? ಉದ್ದವ. ಎಸ್, ಉದ್ದವನ್ಗೆ ಯಾರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು? ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು. ಕೃಷ್ಣನ್ಗೆ ಯಾರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು? ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ಪ್ರಶ್ಮಿ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತಪಸ್.
Actually, I remember this
Guruvayur Puranam. Yes.
I have written down.
Yes.
That Prashami and Sutapa meditate on Lord Vishnu Narayana.
Correct.
On the Lord Vishnu.
Correct.
He appears to her on the 12th day.
Correct.
Chakradana and tells her to ask for a boon. She asks him to be born as her kid.
What does she do?
A statue of himself.
Correct. What does she do? She does one thing. She asks it thrice, not once. I told this point.
Yeah.
That
he
is
asks, he gives himself as a Kutti Krishna.
Yes.
That is first is Narayana.
Correct.
That he should be born. I mean, he'll be born thrice now. As Narayana. Second one is Vamana. And
then
third one is
Krishna.
Madhava.
Krishna, yes, Madhava, Krishna, Devaki Vasudeva.
Third Krishna, Madhava.
Yes, correct. This is the story of Vamana. So Vamana was the previous birth of Krishna. That is all. Simple. Vamana was just a previous birth of Krishna. Yes. So that is why even today we don't remember previous birth, because during Krishna Avataram Bhagavan will tell that, Ayo, it's enough, I cannot think about previous birth, it is killing my memories. I give everyone a boon that nobody will remember previous birth. That is why even today we should not go and simply dig our previous janmam, what we were doing. We should not do it unless you have a deep problem. Unless you have a deep problem, you should not keep on digging into something. That is a boon that is given by Bhagavan to us, not to remember our previous birth. First birth was Prishni Garban, second birth was Vamanan, third birth was Krishna Paramatma. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Shri Krishna Paramatmane Namaha. Hari Om. Vashini first. Shakrena samyati hatopi balir mahatma. Line 1. Shukrena jivitatanu क्रतुवर्धितोष्मा. Line 2. विक्रान्तिमान् भयनिलीनसुरां त्रिलोकीं. Line 3. चक्रे वशे स तव चक्र मुकाध भीतः. Line 4. शक्रेण संयति हतोपि भलिर्महात्मा. शुक्रेण जीविततनु क्रतुवर्धितोष्मा. विक्रान्तिमानभयनीलिनसुरां त्रिलोकीं. चक्रे वशे स तव चक्र मुखादभीतः.
संयति तयोऽपि बलिर्महात्मा. शुक्रेण जीविततनु क्रतुवर्धितोष्मा. विक्रान्तिमानभयनीलिनसुरां भयनिलीनसुरां प्रीतिं चक्रे वशे स तव चक्रमुखादभीतः.
Bali was actually killed by Indra. Then Shukracharya learns a Mrityunjaya mantram. Remember this Mrityunjaya mantram also, because that is why I am doing this before doing Parashurama Charitram in the next class. This Mrityunjaya mantram will come there also by Shukracharya. So Shukracharya, what he does is he revives Bali by telling Mrityunjaya mantram, and Bali wants to do Vishwajit Yagam, because Vishnu cannot destroy Bali, because he belongs to the Vamsham of Prahlada. Prahlada would have got a promise from Narasimha saying that he cannot be killed by Vishnu. Any of his Vamsham cannot be killed by Vishnu. That is why he is very confident, Bali Mahatma, and he thinks that he has already won the world. That is why he is doing Vishwajit Yagam. Next person, Vimala. Putrarti dharshana vasha dhaditir vishanna. Line 1. Tam kashyapam nijapatim sharanam prapanna. Line 2. Tvat pujanam taduditam hi payobrathakyam. Line 3. साध्वादशामचरत् त्वयि भक्ति पूर्णा. Line 4 for second. पुत्रार्ति दर्शन वशाधदितिर्विषण्णा तं काश्यपं निजपतिं शरणं प्रपन्ना. त्वत्पूजनं तदुदितं हि पयोव्रताख्यं साद्वादशामचरयद् त्वयि भक्तिपूर्णा.
पुत्रान्तिदर्शनवशात् दिदिर्विषण्णः तं काश्यपं निजपतिं च शरणं प्रपन्ना. त्वत्पूजनां तदुदितं हि पयोव्रताख्यं साद्वादशामचरत्वयि भक्तिपूर्णा.
Very good. Next, Ramya. तस्यावधौ त्वयि निली नमतेर् अमुष्या. Line 1. श्यामश्चतुर्भुज वपुः स्वयमाविरासी. Line 2. नम्रां च तामिह भवत्तनयो भवेयम्. Line 3. गोप्यं मदीक्षणमिति प्रलपन्न यासीः. Line 4. तस्यावधौ त्वयि नीलमतेर् अमुष्या श्यामश्चतुर्भुजवपो स्वयमाविरासी. नम्रां च तामिह भवत्तनयो भवेयम् गोप्यं मदीक्षणमिति प्रलपन्नयासीः.
तस्यावधौ द्वयि नीलेन मदेरमुष्या श्यामश्चतुर्भुजवपुः स्वयमाविरासी. नम्रां सदामिह भवत्तनयो भवेयम् गोप्यं मदीक्षणमिति प्रलपन्नयासी.
Very good. So now what happens is, these two stanzas, I told earlier also, Prashni had taken a vradam and she drinks only milk. In your introductory class I told, she used to drink only milk and she did not eat anything. On the 12th day, God appears and gives her a boon. Same way, in the next birth, Aditi. Prashni's next birth is Aditi. After Aditi, she becomes Devaki. Okay, as Aditi, what she does the same with her children. Indra and her other children and Aditi, they take up a Payovaradam. In this Payovaradam, what they do is they drink only milk and they do not eat anything. Okay, they drink milk and they offer milk to Bhagavan also. Only liquid, no liquid diet. So they were doing liquid diet. At that time, what happens? On the 12th day, again, like Prashni, again on the 12th day, Bhagavan comes and he asks what you want. At that time she tells Aditi that if this person who is this Bali, if he does Vishwajit, my children will lose their status as devas, because Vishwajit means he is only the ruler of the world, so everyone will lose the status and it is very bad for others also. If an asura becomes the ruler, if Bali Mahatma is an asura, if an asura becomes a ruler, then what will happen of others? At that time he tells, don't worry, in your previous birth also I had promised you that I will come as your son. So don't worry, I will come as your son. But he tells one twist, don't tell anyone. But Kashyapa knows everything already. Kashyapa is a rishi. He knows everything already. Bhagavan says, don't tell your husband also. I am coming as your son. Don't tell your husband also, he says. At that time, it makes Aditi question what to do. She cannot hide from her husband also. She is having Manasanjalam. At that time, Kashyapa makes out. And then he says, don't worry, I know everything, he says. Next person will be Veena Sampath. Tvam Kashype tapasi sannidhattadhanim. त्वं काश्यपे तपसि सन्निधत्तधानीं प्राप्तोऽसि गर्भमदिते प्रणुतो विधात्रा लाइन 2 प्रासूत च प्रकटवैष्णवदिव्यरूपं लाइन 3 साद्वादशी श्रवणपुण्यदिने भवन्तम् लाइन 4 सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तनम गोविंद गोविंद वामना इज born त्वं काश्यपे तपसि सन्निधत्तधानीं प्राप्तोऽसि गर्भमदिते प्रणुतो विधात्रा प्रासूत च प्रकटवैष्णवदिव्यरूपं साद्वादशी श्रवणपुण्यदिने भवन्तम् सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तनम
त्वं काश्यपे तपसि सन्निधत्तदानीं प्राप्तोऽसि गर्भमदिते प्रणुतो विधात्रा प्रासूत च प्रकटवैष्णवदिव्यरूपम् साद्वादशी श्रवणपुण्यदिने भवन्तम् सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तनम गोविंद गोविंद.
Okay, auntie. So now what happens? He is born on Dvadashi, on Shravana Nakshatram. On Dvadashi he is born and he has features of Vishnu. Of course, it is Vishnu. He is Divya Rupam. Divya Rupam means he has features of Vishnu. The thing is, features of Vishnu here actually means he was born as Chaturbhujam. Okay, both in Vamana and Krishna also we will be saying they are all Chaturbhujadari only when they were born. Even Rama Avatara Chaturbhujam, but nobody saw except Hanuman. I have told this also. So this is Chaturbhujadari is born. Then suddenly what happens? Next will be Sitara. This shloka must be recited 2 times. Please write 2 times. Punyashramam tamabivarshati pushpavashai. Line 1. Harshakule suragane kritaturya goshe. Line 2. Badvanjalim jaya jayeti nutah pitrubhyam. Line 3. Tvam tatshane patutamum भटुरूपमाधाः. लाइन 4. पुण्याश्रमं तमभिवर्षति पुष्पवर्षै हर्षाकुले सुरगणे कृततूर्यघोषे वध्वाञ्जलिं जय जयेति नुतः पितृभ्यां त्वं तत्क्षणे पटुतमं वटुरूपमाधाः. No, Sitara. I said Sitara.
So that's why I was waiting. So she started.
No, Sitara. Yes.
Shall I?
Yes.
पुण्याश्रमं तमभिवर्षति पुष्पवर्षे हर्षाकुले सुरगणे कृततूर्यघोषे बद्ध्वाञ्जलिं जय जयेति नुतः पितृभ्यां त्वं तत्क्षणे पटुतमं पटुरूपमाधा पुण्याश्रमं तमभिवर्षति पुष्पवर्षे हर्षाकुले सुरगणे कृततूर्यघोषे बद्ध्वाञ्जलिं जय जयेति नुतः पितृभ्यां त्वं तत्क्षणे पटुतमं पटुरूपमाधा.
Very good. So now this he becomes Vaturupam. Immediately after taking birth, this child fast because he has to grow as Trivikramam now next. See the beauty, we can link here only. So this baby, as soon as it took birth, it grew to 5 years. At 5 years, because now it has to go to the Yajnashale, only Brahmopadesham is done. Then only that person can go to Yajnashale. So it grows up to 5 years. Then the Brahmopadesham of that child is done. So generally Brahmopadesham is done at Garbhashtami. Garbhashtami means actually 7th year. It doesn't mean 8th year. Garbham is 1 year. Including that, it is 7th year. So Garbhashtami, it is done Brahmopadesham. But if the child knows to pronounce mantras before itself, then the Brahmopadesham can be done earlier. So these days nobody knows to pronounce mantras, but still Brahmopadesham is done. That's different. We should not take these days as the context. So the Brahmopadesham is done, and then the child with its all its belongings, it starts. Tavat praja, next person will be Saraswati auntie. Tavat prajapati mukhair upaniya maunji, line 1. Dhandajinaksha valayadibir urchyama अर्च्यमानः, line 2. देदीप्यमानवपुरीशकृताग्निकार्यः, line 3. त्वं प्रास्थिता बलिगृहं प्रकृताश्वमेधं, line 4. तावत् प्रजापतिमुखैरुपनीयमौञ्जी दण्डाजिनाक्षवलयादिभिरर्च्यमानः देदीप्यमानवपुरीशकृताग्निकार्यः त्वं प्रास्थिता बलिगृहं प्रकृताश्वमेधम्.
तावत् प्रजापतिमुखैरुपनीयमौञ्जी दण्डाजिनाक्षवलयादिभिरर्च्यमानः देदीप्यमानवपुरीशकृताग्निकार्यः त्वं प्रास्थिता बलिगृहं प्रकृताश्वमेधम्.
Yes, now they do all the necessary items for the person to require that maunji, that sacred thread. For that Upanayanam, everything is done. Dandam is given to him. Then everything is given. Dandam, Valayam. Then all the mantras are told to him. Everything. And one special thing is given. That is mantol. Mantol means deer skin. One mantol is given. Why mantol is given? Is to cover. Only Grihastha can cover the upper body while sitting in a yajna. Brahmacharyas should not cover the body. But this boy, he is a brahmachari. But this is Vishnu. In his Vakshasthalam, Lakshmi is sitting. So to cover the Lakshmi, they gave one mantol for him. Because now he is going to ask Dhanam from Bali Mahatma. If Lakshmi sees Bali Mahatma, what will happen? He will get back everything. So that is why he has covered Lakshmi, and then now he is going. Now, the next person will be Suguna auntie. Ghatreణ భావి మహిమోచిత గౌరవం ప్రాక్, line 1. వ్యావృణ్వతేన ధరణీం చలయన్న యాసీః, line 2. చత్రం పరోష్మతిరనార్తం इव अववाधायो निमिष प्रश्चत्रं परोष्मतिरनार्तमिवाधदान लाइन 3 दण्डं च दानवजनेष्विव सन्निधातुं लाइन 4 गात्रेण भावि महिमोचित गौरवं प्राक् व्यावृण्वतेन धरणीं चलयन्न यासि छत्रं परोष्मतिरनार्तम् इवाधधान दण्डं च दानवजनेष्विव सन्निधातुम् Whom did I tell? Sugna.
गात्रेण भावि महिमोचित गौरवं वावृण्यतेव धरणिं चलयन्न यासि छत्रं पदोष्मतिरनाथमिवाददानो दण्डं च दानवजनेष्विव सन्निधातुम्.
You're super, auntie. Very good. Now what happens is with the because it is Bhagavan. So Bhagavan, when he walks, naturally there will be heavy, even though he looks light as Vamana. Right now he is Vatu Rupam, he is looking light, but still there is heavy in his name. He is Bhagavan. So Bhagavan, when he was walking, what happens? Earth starts trembling. Bhumi is trembling. At that time he finally reaches the location. तां नर्मदोतरतटे हयमेधशालां. Next Lalita, line 1. आसेदुषि त्वयिरुचा तव रुद्धनेत्रैः. line 2. भास्वान् किमेष दहनोऽनु सनत्कुमारः. line 3. योगी तु कोऽयमिति शुक्र मुकै शशङ्के. line 4. तां नर्मदोतरतटे हयमेधशालाम् आसेदुषि त्वयिरुचा तव रुद्धनेत्रैः. भास्वान् किमेष दहनोऽनु सनत्कुमारः. योगी नो कोऽयमिति शुक्र मुकै शशङ्के.
तां नर्मदोत्तरतटे हयमेधशालाम् असेदुषि त्वयिरुचा तव रुद्धनेत्रैः. भास्वान् किमेष दहनोऽनु सनत्कुमारः. योगी नु कोऽयमिति शुक्रमुखैः शशङ्के.
He has reached the destination. It's in Narmada Tatam. Okay, now Anidamaashu Bhrugubhirmahasa Vibhutai. Line 1. This will be Radha auntie. Tvam ramya roopamasura pulakavritangaha. Line 2. Bhaktya sametya sukruti parinijya padau. Line 3. Tatto yamanvadruta murdani tirtha tirtam. Line 4. Anitamashu bhrugubhirmahasa vibhutai. त्वां रम्यरूपमसुरः पुलकावृताङ्गः. भक्त्या समेत्य सुकृति परिनिज्य पादौ. तत्तो यमन्वधृतमूर्धनि तीर्थतीर्थम्.
आनीतमाशु भृगुभिर्महसा विभूतैः. त्वां रम्यरूपमसुरः पुलकावृताङ्गः. भक्त्या समेत्य सुकृति परिशिच्य पादौ. तत्तोयमन्वधृतमूर्धनि तीर्थतीर्थम्.
Everyone does Agram Padam Achamaniyam to Vamana and he is welcomed inside. Shukracharya and all, he thinks somebody Divya person has come. Shukracharya gets doubt. How come this much Divyam? Nobody will be there, no. How come this person is so Divyam? He thinks. Next, Meena Sudarshan. प्रह्लादवंशजतया क्रतुभिर्द्विजेषु. Line 1. विश्वासतो नु तदिदं दितिजोऽपि लेभे. Line 2. यत्ते पदाम्बुगिरिशस्य शिरोबिलाल्यम्. Line 3. सत्वं विभो गुरुपुरालय पालयेताः लाइन् 4 प्रह्लादवंशजतया क्रतुभिर्द्विजेषु विश्वासतो नु तदिदं दितिजोऽपि लेवे यत्ते पदाम्बुगिरिशस्य शिरोबिलाल्यं सत्वं विभो गुरुपुरालय पालयेताः
प्रह्लादवंशजतया क्रतुभिर्द्विजेषु
प्रीत्या दैत्या तव तनु कंटिन्यू
నేనేనా
ನೀನೆ
నానా ఓకే ప్రహ్లాదవంశజతయా క్రతుభిర్ద్విజేషు